you do have a distinctive brand asset in Stephen Marx's voice.
Yes.
So talk to us about that.
I guess one of the things in a world of where, particularly when we started, content was, we hadn't experimented with Stephen's voice as much. We'd put him on a few social pieces, but there was something quite interruptive at the time about that American voice. Like when you're in the middle of a sea of kind of blandness as we talk about it, and whether it's others had a jingle, I had this American accent that was so distinctive, so passionate. And everything he does is true and authentic. So we heard earlier today the love ya. That was not created, made up. That was real and authentic. That is what he says when he says goodbye to people in there. Love ya, love ya. And he also, when he walks into a restaurant, goes, hey guys! And that was the end. I wake up. I was actually, there's a lot of stories of women in our team giving birth and that radio ad coming on and going, oh my God, the boss. But the hey guys and the love you sign off became our distinctive asset, and being able to interrupt the play and what's going on. And what has transpired out of those audio distinctive assets is extraordinary. We got a letter one day, and I'm going to jump around here, I know you know this story, but we got a letter one day from a beautiful mum who said her little man left for school every day and she'd be like, love you. And he was like, yeah, bye mum. And he had a real problem with showing emotion. And she wrote to Stephen and she said, I just want to say thank you for the love you sign off, because now every time he leaves the car he says, GYG. And that was his way of saying love you. And we've just got so many beautiful stories about what has happened there. It's been great. And it's not the only thing we do in an audio format by far, but it's certainly a distinctive asset that has and will continue to pay off for us.
And practical application of what we heard this morning in terms of the theory,
Massively.
right? Because also it's not just one distinctive asset. There's a couple of things in there that you then repeat.
Yeah.
Which is important in what Ritson said. The other thing that he talked about is longevity. Ooh. And using that consistency, but over time as well. And I know you call it, you sort of say we have become, we fell into accidental longevity.
Yeah, we did. We found with audio, radio, and any type of audio for that matter, the more we used it, the more it was resonating back to us. The more, like, it was kind of a momentum piece for us to start with. And I'm far less clever and scientific than Mark, but it amazes me how everything he said, I was like, oh, I'm smarter than I thought. Because everything, good. Like, wow. I just don't do it with charts and things. But if the ads are resonating back, we know it's working. I mean, sales are the biggest litmus test for us. But what we have always found is if people are talking, there's a real, there's a piece in audio where you have to stand out. And that goes back to GYG always talking about, are you good enough to get better? Actually looking at your work, walking away, coming back and going, is someone going to remember this? Like, is somebody, because our job is to get people to eat our food for breakfast, lunch and dinner. So, or if you're a website, like are you looking at or listening to your ad and actually going, did the URL come across? How am I going to make that person remember? Like if we all think about that pizza ad and that phone number, I guarantee you we can all remember it now. But it's the same as Love You. We've all heard it. Everyone's like, oh yeah, that's the GYG guy. That's how we've got to think about it from a brand perspective. And longevity for us happened accidentally because we kept, it kept working. Radio kept working for us, and so we kept doing it. And then what happened over time was it became such a crucial part of our media spend and buy in terms of brand awareness. And that was just our national level, not even touching kind of local area marketing or how we could help in kind of, smaller areas. That it just became an always-on proposition like social media was for us.